Hey, it's Mrs. Kavaya. I wanted to hop on and tell you a little bit about what to expect in this class. So, junior English is primarily American literature, so we're going to be looking at different texts that kind of define who America is. And we structure the year into several different units, which you can see in the syllabus, but we'll be starting out with our letters and unreliable narrators. And that is to help us start to get a feel for our writing in a less formal sense and then move forward with our writing, but also to help you kind of dive in to looking at your sources, looking at the things that are going on around you. So even though our starting out unit is fictional stories, they have unreliable narrators, and we have to decide what we think is true and what we think is kind of being secretive or things being pulled over our eyes. And when you look at the essential questions, you're going to see this more. But this year is really about taking in all the information around you, creating your own conclusions, and then being able to back up the things that you believe in. So, as far as things that we'll be doing this year, we will be doing letters, we will be doing a short memoir, we'll be doing short stories, essays, of course. We will have one independent reading unit. We'll have two book clubs where you get to pick from several books, and then we'll have two full class books, one being The Great Gatsby and one being not a book but Hamilton. And so those are our major things that we're going to be doing this year. As far as the day-to-day, it's going to look a little weird this year or different for those of you who know me or have heard about my classes. So we will be primarily on the computer. All of your assignments will be available online, and you will have daily activities that you do, and then weekly or bi-weekly check-ins with me on that work. So a typical day might look something like log on and do the do now for the day. That will also count as attendance. Then do some sort of activity, and then watch a couple of mini lessons, and then break out to do some writing. We will be doing periodic discussions, particularly through our books, but on a discussion forum. We will be doing some in-class things requiring you to use like a paddle or a whiteboard or something like that to interact with the class. When you are home, you will not need to be on the Zoom call the whole time most days, except when we're having class discussions and things like that. So for Honors Junior English, it's very similar to Junior English, but we will have a few extra units. We will be looking a little bit more in depth at poetry and drama. We will also be reading a few more, not full text, but a few more articles and excerpts within each of our text units to kind of bring a depth to what's happening. You will definitely have homework. Not a ton of homework, but I would anticipate having between 10 minutes and 30 minutes depending on how much you get done in class. So you can assume that you have about 10 minutes of reading to do a night, and other than that, it's really up to if you get your stuff done during the time allotted in the day. If you have questions, it's always best to email me or to use Google Classroom to contact me that way. I will respond as quickly as possible and try to help you out. Definitely key to this year will be communication and letting me know what you need, what's going on, as it's going to be a little bit more difficult to have those conversations. So that's Junior English, and I can't wait to meet you all.